Becoming a consistently profitable trader isn't hard. You're simply just doing the wrong things to get you there. In this video, I'm gonna give you my 3 simple rules that help me become profitable. My goal with these rules is to take you from consistently blowing accounts to drastically increasing your profitability in a matter of months. If that's something that interests you, like, comment, subscribe, and stay around for the 3 rules. Before we get into them, take it from me. I blew multiple 5-figure accounts in a matter of a few weeks, just like this. The sucker thing for me to do would just be to give up, accept my losses, and admit defeat to the market. But the version of me that aspired to be consistently profitable knew that I had to use this opportunity to grow, which is where these 3 rules came from that I hope you're able to use for yourself. So let's get into it. Rule 1, pick one and stick to one. This is one of the most common mistakes that leads traders further and further away from profitability. We like to call this the shiny object syndrome. Anytime you go on Instagram, you see someone making more money than you on a strategy that you're not used to. Now you want to look into their strategy. Now you want to look into a new mentor. Now you want to look into a new indicator. You have to nip that in the bud. In my opinion, the only way to be successful with something is to give it the time to see if it's worth it. There's a great saying that I love to use, and that's specialize before you generalize. You have to master something before you can truly see success at it. So what makes you think that you hopping around from strategy to strategy, giving it maybe a week or so, and assuring some sort of success? You have to give yourself time with a strategy, give yourself time with a mentor, give yourself time with a certain way of your trading to be able to truly see success in the markets. I definitely feel like my journey would have been way longer if I kept switching from mentor to mentor. Luckily, I only had 2 mentors. One to truly introduce me to the market and one to make me successful in the market. The moment I found ICT, I knew I would never need another mentor ever again. It was his style of trading, it was his style of teaching that drew me in. Now don't get me wrong, there were many other options I could have went with, but I knew I had to stick to one if I was truly serious on becoming profitable. Why waste time trying to find different strategies, finding different mentors? You can stick with one that you resonate with and ride out all the way through with them. Honestly, you see this a lot more when it comes to trading strategies. I swear, it seems like everyone has a 100% win rate strategy. We all know that's not the case. So why not figure out a strategy that you continue to see every day and just stick with it and give it some time? That's personally how I feel about the ATM model. Once I actually started to stick with it, is when I really started to see success in the markets, along with all the students that we have as well. So before you go to that next mentor, think about what I said for rule 1. Pick one and stick to one. Rule 2 is to delete the timeline that you have for yourself to be successful. Now don't get me wrong, it's great to set goals for yourself, but in an industry like trading, putting that amount of pressure on yourself is only gonna push you back even further. We all know why we're in this industry. We wanna make good money, and we think we can do it in a short amount of time, which is very possible. But the more you emphasize on a timeline to get to that profitability, the harder it'll be for you to be successful early on. I remember when I achieved my first funded account, I'm thinking I'm gonna make 10K within the next month or so. Putting that amount of pressure on me made me take stupider trades, made me over risk, over leverage, and overall pushed me back further from the goal of making that 10K. It was only when I removed the constraints off myself and truly traded as a professional is when I started to really see success in the markets. Started exercising more patience. I understood that this is a long game and there's no race to the end. As long as I'm breathing, I should be able to trade. This is where patience becomes a big factor, especially for you new traders. The more patience you have, the faster you'll get your results. Sounds contrary, but it's true. We gotta remember, guys, that the market isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So there's no reason to put the pressure on yourself to make X amount of dollars in a short amount of time. You have to trade like you wanna stay in the game, not that you're trying to leave it. Because there's one thing that they say about fast money. You make it very quick, but you'll lose it even quicker. So take your time with things, be patient, and let your trading journey unravel itself. Don't put so much pressure on it. The final rule that I want to share with you guys is to treat trading like a career. Many of us come into here with the idea that we're going to make money once again, but we have to realize that this is a career just like anything else. You have to show up to the market at the same time every day. You have to do your due diligence just like you would for a regular job. The due diligence that's required is you journaling, looking over your trades, looking over tape reading, etc. Because there's no way you do half-ass work and expect full results. That's the definition of insanity. You're doing the same thing and expecting different results. In order to truly see success in these markets, you must treat it like it's your profession. You must master it. You must gain expertise in it. And the only way that you can do that is showing up consistently every single day. Think about trading like a business. There's no successful business that doesn't keep account of their books. Let's just say trading is like playing football. Yes, there's talent involved, but it's the work that no one sees that gets that player better. Meaning that when the market is closed, you need to be putting in that time, looking at what you did wrong, looking at how you can improve, and how to attack the next day. You need to have a game plan going into every day, just how you would treat going to war. Because trust me, this market isn't for you to make money unless you treat it professionally. Take it from me, where I used to play around and think this was just all a get-rich-quick scheme. Soon realized that it was the exact opposite. All of the successful traders that I looked up to were very consistent in their process. So I knew I had to stick to a strict routine, a strict set of rules, and a strict plan in order to get strict results. So find some structure that works for you so that you can be successful in this game. So as we look back, I need you to pick one and stick to one. Whether it's a mentor, a strategy, an indicator, pick something and rock out. Number 2, I need you to delete the timeline you have in your head for your success. It's going to take longer than you think, and it will be harder than you think. It's up to you to prevail and be patient, and that's where real success starts to come in. And lastly, I need you to treat this like a real profession. This is not no kiddie bullshit. We're here to make money. There's no way we can play around and expect great results. I'm not here to sugarcoat shit for you. I know what it takes to be successful, and I really do want you to see profitability in the markets like I do. To aid you with that, if you look down in the link in the description, I added our ATM model checklist. So if you're still trying to find a strategy, just take mine and stick with it. This checklist will give you a step-by-step guide on how to trade the ATM model so that you can be successful with it in no time. Look guys, I truly want you to be successful in the market, but it takes real work and real commitment to do so. So don't take what I said lightly, and I'll see you in the next one.